Hey everyone, it's Saturday the 4th of October and it's 1:20 in the afternoon. Today's video we have some Barricade lamps to take a look at. Yep, I picked up some more. They arrived, I think they arrived Thursday last week. I've got some Diecast here. I've got a bunch of them on the desk here that I got from a chap over on the UK Diecast sales Facebook group. I think I've got about 12 in a carrier bag on the floor that I picked up this morning from my favourite charity shop in town, the community shop. I've got a few other charity shop bits. Actually, I've got a charity shop diecast model here that I got a couple of days ago. I absolutely adore that. There would have been like a couple of other charity shop finds, but I can only find one of those. I don't know what I've done with the box of GU10 LED bulbs. Not that they're that interesting really, it's just, you know, GU10 LED bulbs. Got a box of them for £3, all loose. A few different sort of styles and brands in there as well, but they all worked apart from one. One of them was very flickery, it failed. But yeah, I don't know why I've put that box. I'm not going to worry about that. So I think we will start with the Barricade lamps. So, I'd totally forgotten about these. Got them from a friend of mine over on the Facebooks. You know, he offered them to me before they went on the eBays. Now there is 5. 6 if I count that belt beacon, I think it's called, which we will take a look at as well. Now I have got all of them already in the collection, but there's a couple here that I've got features that I haven't got on any of the other ones. But I'm going to start with this one, which is the El Remco one. I think these were before Dorman did their version of them. So this is now the second one of these I've got, which is the reason I bought it. So what I don't know why, I just like having at least 2. Just like a pair, I don't know why. Just one of those weird things I do. It has got a battery in it, but the switch is a bit finicky on this one. It's actually slid upwards on its mounting point, so I've got to adjust that, and the switch doesn't always work very well, so I need to change that. I have got spares, I just need to change it. In fact, out of all 5, the only one I was really least interested in, but it was just offered as a job lot, so I took it. There's a mini light. It is an early one because it hasn't got the knobbly bits on the lens. There's usually like 4 little knobby bits on the lens on the later ones. It's also got a different bolt in it, but it does work. I've got a battery in all of these. I need to get some more batteries because mine are now getting old and they're starting to lose charge. Now I've got one of 2 Pilot 360s here. That one's a steady burn. There's also another gas labelled one, so this would have been for British Gas or Transco maybe. I don't know why, but back then they liked their steady burn 360 lens lamps mostly. But the body of this one is actually in better condition than my other ones. Reflective sticker's a little bit worn, but I think both of my other ones have sun-faded bodies, unfortunately. Well, that one isn't, that's in nice condition. And I've got another Pilot 360 here, with a metal handle. None of my other ones have got a metal handle. And this one's got a bit of a finicky connection on it. There we go. That one's a flashing one. That's why I wanted that one, because we've got the metal handle. I didn't even know they came with that option. And the last one, apart from that belt beacon which we'll take a look at, is another micro light, which I think is an earlier one because it hasn't got the knobbly bits on the lens either. That works. I couldn't get the lens to stay on this. I had to get the battery and this lens in just the right position for it to lock on for some reason. It was a bit finicky, but I can now hold it. I couldn't do that before because it would just pop straight off. Now don't think my other one is an early one. Without actually going in my cupboard and taking a look, I can't remember. Next up, he also included this little thing. So apparently it's called the belt beacon. It's got a belt clip on it. Runs on a little 9-volt battery. I've got one over here now. Bit of a pain in the backside to get into this and change the battery actually, because it's quite dim and flashing quite slow. It does still flash slow, but it was slower than that and dimmer than that. So I put a brand spanking new battery in it. Looks like it's the exact same bulb that's used in these Barricade lamps as well. I mean, it's not the brightest thing, but it would help for visibility if you're jogging at night or something. But you have to pop this lens off, and I actually broke it in the process, so I had to glue it back together. Then undo 2 screws that hold the lamp holder in place, and they also double up as the power connections. And then the whole bit, centre bit, pops off. The circuit board is under there, that just pops off. 9-volt battery clip, clip, put it all back together, Bob's your uncle. It's just a bit finicky, it's not straightforward to change it. Now I am worried that if and when I ever have to change the battery again, I'm going to snap the lens again. I think you're meant to be able to just pull it off like that, you know. That just pops on. I don't even know who makes it. How come I can read the belt beacon fine, but I can't read the word that's right above it? Ampec belt beacon. Ampec and ASOC, is that short for association maybe? Inc. Pat Pending Inc. Is this American? Because I don't know if we ever used that on the end of my business names over here. We did used to use LTD, you know, limited, but I don't know about Inc. It's a nice little thing though. It's just a bit miffed that I broke the bloody lens trying to get it off. Right, we're getting at the diecast. The random charity shop find that I've got here, which I also got in the community. I love going in that community shop. Out of all the charity shops here in town, I find the best stuff in there and the most interesting stuff in that one. And it changes almost daily. But anyway, I picked up another portable radio for the collection. But this time, it's a little Ferguson. I paid just £3 for it. Probably not a bad price because it looks like it has been dropped on this corner, so it's separated a little bit there and there's a little bit of a crack there, but it's nothing too major. Got batteries in it at the moment. I haven't tried the mains, but I'm 99.9% certain that's going to work. Just taking one of those little figure 8 cables or snake eyes. Yeah, it does function. It functions really well. This picks up really well, in fairness to it. But it does take 6 C-cell batteries. Don't know why it needs all that power for a radio. 4-band, so we've got VHF, which is FM, SW, MW and LW. That's the only Ferguson radio that I've got. And probably 70s, maybe early 1980s, going by the colour and whatnot. I know Ferguson did a lot of their VCRs in this sort of colour as well. I think black was more common, what, later 80s, earlier 90s. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments down below. I was still like a tiny little boy at that point. I was born 83. Yeah, I feel old. That's what I was thinking about. God, I feel old. That's why I went quiet for a few seconds. I mean, a lot of people say you're not old, you know, you're only 41, nearly 42. It feels old when you sort of sit here and you think how many years ago certain things were in your life, then you start feeling old. Anywho, This is the first of the die-cast models I'm going to show you. And I got this from the Break charity shop for just £5. Look at that. Now it's made by Oxford Diecast. It's a Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, I think. That's said on the bottom. I knew it was a Rolls-Royce because it's got the Rolls-Royce grille. That looks so nice. There's so much intricate little detail on this. And look at the front. It's got all the extra lights that it would have came with as well. But Oxford Diecast, they mostly specialise in making models for model railways. You know, various different scales. Not just 176 for 00 gauge. So I've got a feeling, going by the size of that, that's going to be, even though there's no scale on it, I don't think. I didn't really look on the base of the car when I took it off to see if the scale was on there, but I've got a feeling that's 0 gauge. And I think, in die-cast terms, I think 143 is roughly 0 gauge scale-ish. Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. I'd rather have correct information in my information rather in my head than the incorrect. I don't mind being corrected. Right. Bag or desk? Bag or desk? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Desk. The easiest solution there. So, this lot I got from one of the guys I buy from over on the UK Diecast sales page. I've actually got some bids going on right now on the next lot. Once a week he puts stuff up there as an auction. He runs it, he sort of puts it up Thursday evenings and then runs it until Saturday evening, so they'll all stop tonight. In case you're wondering how these Facebook auctions work, you put your bids in the comments of each photo. You'll put a start bid up there, and basically you have to keep an eye on the comments. You have to go back and check every once in a while, see if there's any higher bids, and see if you want to bid higher yourself. And pretty much whoever's got the highest bid there, once you shut the comments off, wins it. So it's a bit like eBay, but instead of everything being automated, you've got to do it yourself. You know, because you can't just put a maximum bid in, obviously. It's quite a fun way to do it. And of course, just like eBay, I win some, I lose some. You know, and of course, there's some that I get miffed at because I lost it, but oh well. You know, it is what it is. And the way I actually see it, despite feeling miffed, you know, I could find another one in the future, something else will come along, so. Anywho, let's have a look and see what we got from him. So I got this, mainly because it's a Siku, and I do like collecting Siku stuff. It's a big Mercedes truck. I have no idea what that's for, though. What? I feel like there might be some items missing from this. I thought like a skip lorry at first, but then I don't know. I'd love to know what that is. And yeah, it is in the photo, and it serves me right for not actually looking properly, but we have got broken windshield. Oh, it's leaning over to one side as well, so it's not in the best condition. I didn't pay a great deal for it, but yeah. It's always good to actually look at the photos thoroughly as well. I don't. Often I will just look at the photo, see it's a model that I want, and just put the bid in. I won't actually look at the detail on it. I do the same on eBay. So yeah, I do get surprised sometimes when they arrive, but you know, I'm not the sort that will go and complain without actually double checking myself first. Although I don't bother anymore, because I know 9 times out of 10 it's just me that hasn't looked at it. Anywho, next up, it's a matchbox. It's a nice big matchbox. Matchbox Specials. Ferrari F40. It's like one of their Super Kings, isn't it? Looks like my first matchbox in Super King size. I never knew they did that. Nice brightly coloured model, you know, to appeal to the kids. We've got some nice bright decals on there as well. While we're on that subject of my first Matchbox, I've got the cement truck. Got quite a few of these now. Nice bright coloured. You know, I suppose they are trying to appeal to the little ones, aren't they? Right, now I have got a bit of a mix of Matchbox, and there's a few Majorette in here. There's some Johnny Lightning in here as well. There's at least one more Siku model. There's an unbranded made in China car here as well, and there's a couple of corgis. Let's do it by brand. So I'm going to see if I can get the Majorettes out. So I've got myself another Majorette Volkswagen Red Cross van, the Red Cross ambulance. I have no idea on the pronunciation, but that's what that basically translates to. Red Cross France, or the French Red Cross as it would be in English. I don't know why, but the French way of wording seems to be totally backwards to ours. You know, because that's basically got cross, red, French. That's what it would literally translate to if you read it as it's written on the side of that van. But it's not, you know, the actual English translation would be the French Red Cross. Anywho, we're sticking with the Majorette theme. I've got the Land Rover with its rear door. Got a couple of these where the doors go walkies. You know what kids do? They open them up and then they just pull them off. As kids do. I was once a kid, I know these things. Well, this is what I would have done, most likely. Right, I've now got a Datsun. I've just realised I'm rambling on a little bit, aren't I? Datsun 260Z from Majorette. I think I have got this one, but again, gee, someone stuck SOS stickers on this one. I don't know why. I've actually noticed that Red Cross ambulance has got MG written on the roof as well. Someone stuck an MG sticker on it. Where have the other Majorettes at? Oh, I've got these two trucks. I think that is it. I've actually just realised, I think I've actually got that one. What I've got two now, I'm pretty certain I've got the Hollywood one. Although my other one is actually better condition than that one. The sticker's all peeling off. What we've got here, we've got a Total Fuel wagon. No, I haven't got that one. I am waiting on another parcel. He said it was going to get shipped yesterday, so it'll probably arrive early part next week. That's from another guy that I buy from on the UK Diecast sales group. Got a lot of Majorette in that one. Right, let's do Matchbox. Matchbox. We've got the Red Valley Camp. Now what puzzles me with this, that is the trailer that goes with it, but the trailer's in mint condition and the Land Rover isn't. I don't know if they're not actually from the same set, that they probably come from two different sets and just ended up being put together. I don't know. The trailer's got more modern wheels on it than the Land Rover as well, so maybe that's actually from a totally different set. Perhaps a much more modern version of the same set, maybe. Right. We've got a Mercedes-Benz ambulance from Matchbox with the regular wheels on. I've got a few of these with the super fast wheels on. I'm not sure about regular wheels. And the beacon's been pushing. It hasn't been broken off. It's been pushed in a little bit. I might be able to get something in through the window and just pop that up again. But it's got both the door stickers. Or decals, or what, I don't know how they used to do it back then. I've got one there that's not actually part of it. Right, that's Matchbox, that's Matchbox, that's Matchbox. There we go. So I've got the Renault car transport, this is one of the ones I haven't got. Got I've got more of these transporters than I thought I had. Which reminds me, I'm actually going to do a video going through my box of convoys. I've been trying to complete a few of the ones that I've got. Anywho, next up we've got a very good condition Mazda RX-7 from Matchbox. And I can't remember what this one is. It's not in bad shape either. It's a Nissan 300ZX. The lovely pink interior. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the background, but it's still blowing quite a bit. Okay, so that just says F1 Racer. That's in very nice condition as well, if not mint. I've got a couple of the red and yellow ones. I didn't actually know they did them in other colours. Now I've got a nice pink one. Now we've got a Nissan van of some sort. Nissan NV van 2014. I didn't know Nissan did vans. I've never seen a Nissan van over here, I don't think. At least not one that looks like this. And I think this is the last one from... No, it isn't. I just found another one from Matchbox. We've got the Ford Cargo skip lorry with the skip. I had a pound for every one of these I found without the skip. They just get bloody lost. It's nice to have the grey skip with that one. And then we've got this little field car. That's it. As soon as I picked the magnifying glass up, I remember what it was. It's like their modern version of a field car they did sort of way back in the late 60s, early 70s. I've got a couple of versions of it, the original ones, and obviously did a modern re-release of it. Actually looks quite nice, I like that. That's the Matchbox. Right, I actually realise I've got three more I think they're all Siku. Yeah, more Siku models there. We'll do those in a minute. Yeah, let's do... Sure, I'm missing a Johnny Lightning. Oh yeah, duh, it's there. So we have got a nice Chevy Camaro SS. Which is in pretty much mint condition. And obviously I couldn't resist this one. It's a Ford Mustang. I cannot resist a Mustang. Well, it's got opening hood as well. And then we've got this. I'm not sure what the actual car is. If it says it on the base. No, just Johnny Lightning 1998 plain Mantis made in China. Oh, there it is, 1974 Dodge Monaco. What's it got written on the side? Louisiana Sheriff something or other. Then it's got Sheriff's Department written on the front and back fenders. There's a few dings in the paintwork on the roof. I don't know how you get big dings like that on the roof and not damage the beacon. I do like the colour of that. Oh, it's even got the push bars on the front. Still used by American police today. The push bars, I mean, not the car. It's actually got Dodge on the front there as well. I cannot read what it says on the bottom of the badge on the door. It's got number 10 on the door as well. Does that mean this is car 10 maybe? I'm assuming that's what that would mean. I do like American cars like that. Big old sedans. to be honest, I think sedan sounds better than saloon, which is what we would call them. Right, I think this is the only Hot Wheels. Yeah, it doesn't actually say what it is. No, I guess it does. I was right. I'm wondering what it is, and it actually says it right on the hood. Ford Bronco. It's got the older Hot Wheels and older metal base as well. Showing its age a bit there with the wheels. It's in very nice condition though. Probably worth more than what I paid for it, in all honesty. Now we've just got quite a nice little, just generic made in China Jeep. With an opening bonnet. That does actually say Jeep on the base. I didn't think it would because a lot of these don't. It's a CJ7 made in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's got that really cheap, nasty bases. They go very brittle. But I just thought it looked pretty good just for a cheapy thing. Nice sort of tan interior. And on the subject of cheapy Chinese ones, we've got that one. It's cheap, you know, it's got a chunk missing at the front, but it's a cheap fire van. 911 call. That's round the wrong way. I'm certain that should be called 911. Emergency FD. And a version of the Corgi ambulance, Mercedes-Benz ambulance, that I didn't have. I don't recognise that one. It hasn't got ambulance written up there. Falk. I've no idea what that is. I might have to put that into Google Translate and find out what language it is. So I'm guessing this one may have been made for one of the European markets. As you know, toy manufacturers will adjust some of their stuff to suit different markets. Anyway, we've got Siku up next. Ambulance. That's what it's got written on it. Ambulance. Don't know what the van is though. I don't recognise it. Does it say it on the base? No, it's just got business address on it and made in China. Siku, the big CE stamp. That's it. I don't recognise the van, but there's also the Polizei minibus, a personnel carrier for the German police department. And I think these are pretty close to being 1/76 scale. I'm going to put them up against a couple of my other vans. Not that they would actually be... Well, I could get away with the ambulance on my layout because it looks rather British. I don't think it's meant to be. And the steering wheel's on the wrong side. But it's almost like they did that quite generic so that one would fit in with most markets around Europe. Alright, I've got 3 more, I can't count, before we get to the bag of 12. So I've got a Siku school bus. I've got a couple of Matchbox ones, and they're obviously of the older version of this bus. That one's got the newer front on it. Are they international? Typically, it does not actually say. But I think these school buses were internationals. Made by the company International, I mean. And just a bit of useless information. I'd have to look it up again because I can't remember. But there is a reason for the black lines on them, and it was something to do with the fire department and rescuing people out of them if they had to cut it. That's all I can remember. Right, I've got a little just made in China rescue car, Mercedes-Benz. There's absolutely nothing on the bottom, and there's not even a made in China written on the bottom. But I've got various, you know, ambulance vans and things that look just like this, so I thought I might as well have the car to go with it. That's one thing. I know this isn't an American police car, but It's got the red and blue lights on the roof, and I've always noticed on American cars the red goes above the driver. I'm just wondering if there was actually a reason for that. Because red always goes above the driver, blue goes above the passenger. Anywho, keeping with the foreign police thing, got a very nice Corgi Mercedes-Benz German police. And a lovely little single blue beacon on the roof. It's in very nice condition actually. I didn't pay a great deal for this one either. That's I guess from a collector's perspective, especially if you look at value, buying single cars don't have as much value as the boxed ones, is what I'm trying to say. If that was in this box, I'd have probably had to have dug a bit deeper into my pockets, but I like loose. I like being able to handle the models physically. Yeah, it's nice to have some boxed models. I have got some. That Rolls Royce, for example, the Oxford one, that's going to stay in its display case. And I know if I went to get that brand new, it wouldn't be cheap either. Oxford Diecast isn't, but they're extremely well detailed. But that also got me thinking. There's actually some Hot Wheels, like Hot Wheels Premiums, very nicely detailed models. Usually have the metal base as well, you know. Very nice packaging, attractive packaging. But they often cost more than a little die-cast 1/76 scale model from Oxford Diecast. Doesn't make sense to me. Because surely doing something a lot smaller is going to be a lot trickier and therefore a lot more expensive. Anywho, I'm rambling, so let's just grab these. There's a couple here I've already got in the collection. Let's get rid of that rustling bag because it's getting on my wig. Right, again we've got a bit of a nice mix here actually. Got some Matchbox. There's a couple here that are not branded. Oh, that's still got its screw in. Wonder why it wouldn't sit level. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, I didn't realise that, but these two have got the same sort of markings on. Right. So as usual, in the community shop, they've just got a big box of die casting, you know, just chuck stuff in the top when it comes in. So I've got a Maisto here, and what is it? Really, a 1999 Mustang? I didn't actually realise that was a Mustang. I just looked at it and thought, I like that. I like the wheels. But yeah, as I was saying before that distracted me, it's 3 for £1 in there, or 50p each. Now I have got this one, but I like this one because it's in better condition than my other Firebird from Corgi, and it's got its little spoiler or fin or whatever you want to call it. We always called it a spoiler here. No idea why. Yes, better than my other one. An unbranded ambulance car here. Is it unbranded actually? Yeah. Yeah. No brand on it, just made in China. This is rather rough, but it is Matchbox. It's a Chevy Tahoe, if I've pronounced that correctly. I pretty much got that because I just wanted the light bar from the roof, so I could do a little custom. What's this one? This is another Matchbox. Can't remember what it is though. Mercury Sable Wagon. I've got a few of these. This one's not in too bad shape, in fairness. I've got one that's pretty rough, and another one I think which is slightly better than this one. Okay, I'm going to do the Hot Wheels next. This one, I just like the look of it and just grabbed it to make up for 3. Actually, no, this is Metal Machines. I thought it was Hot Wheels. Ooh, you sneaky buggers. Would you think that was a Hot Wheels if you first glanced at it? Like one of Hot Wheels fantasy models? because that's what I thought it was, and I just took a liking to it. But it's not. It's a Metal Machines. They're actually not bad little models, in fairness. Okay, so we've got 2 Hot Wheels. I have no idea what this is yet. Hang on. Get it round the right way. I've never heard of one. A Volkswagen Brasilia. Not even seen. I've never seen one of these. I don't even know what a Volkswagen Brasilia is. I don't recognise it. I don't know if it was never sold over here. What's it got written on the side? Hot Wheels, Jones, Cook, Jungle Rally 78, or Kang Jungle Rally 78, Hollies. That's it. There's another one here, if you keep that yellow and brown sort of chevron design in mind, because we've got a very similar one on this. I think that's a Chevy Chevelle wagon. You know, 70 Chevelle wagon, there we go. It's got 04 written on it, and Daredevils. That's what I don't get with my eyes. Certain things and certain fonts I can read perfectly fine, but then I'll get something that I just can't make out. HWDDVL written on the roof. Hot Wheels Daredevil, maybe? Yeah, that would make sense because you've got Daredevils written on the fenders. I don't like the front wheels. Now it's another one where they've just felt like they should change the wheels and put 2 different wheels on it. Although the front ones are slightly smaller. Right, we're getting there. What, a few more. Random military tank. I think it's just... oh, it's a Maisto. Didn't realise that. Doesn't say what it is, just Maisto and made in China. Yeah, of course. Actually went to the effort to put a 50p sticker on this one. I don't know why. I didn't for anything else in the box. I guess it was whoever was pricing up. I was just getting a bit happy with the stickers. Getting a bit carried away. Alright, I've got this one. Just a couple of centre hubcaps off of it. I've still got the bloody screw in it, but that's a 1/76 scale. It's not a German police figure, that's Asian. It's the wrong colour, I think, to be Japanese as well. I have no idea. Why has it got a British number plate on it? You see that? That is a British number plate. S485PBT. You know what? I'm going to Google that later. But yeah, they've taken it off its base and left the screw in, or put the screw back in. I guess at some point the previous owner probably had plans to put it back on the base, so didn't want to lose the screw. Is this an Oxford diecast? It looks like it. Either that or a Carrarama. Mercedes Vito. Front wheels. No, the front wheels are fine, it's just the tyres. I don't know what I think this is a Carrarama one, because you don't lose the centre caps from the wheels on the Oxford diecast. I'm curious now. What I could do is take a photo of that and do an image search of it on Google, because it might be able to match it with something. Anywho, final 2, they're both majorettes, and I know I've got at least one of these. Actually, I think I've got both. I've got the Citroen Ambiance and a Ford Thunderbird, which is actually in better condition than my other yellow one, which is why I got it. There we go. This proves that all brands are compatible. Look at that, it's a major out on the back of a matchbox. Some are slightly larger though. Yeah, that's definitely a 176 man, isn't it? That secure one. When you think about it, that's a high top Mercedes. Yeah, that would be about right. This one, that screw is in there tight. I can't get it out with my fingers. It's not even screwed in there all the way. Look. See that? But I cannot get it out, so it won't sit on its wheels. And I haven't got a screwdriver here or a pair of pliers at hand to unscrew the cursed thing. Come on. No, I took all my tools out. Right, in here. Oh, I thought I'd been rambling on for a lot longer than that. That's not too bad at all. Anywho, I will leave the video here, so thanks a lot for watching everyone. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Comments, etc. in the comments down below. And of course, consider subscribing. It is free to do so. It doesn't cost a penny. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.